Have you ever found yourself overthinking? Well, there are different types of it. And today I just wanted to tell you a little bit about rumination. Rumination is when you're replaying this situation or this thought in your mind over and over and over again. And it makes you feel bad. Like you're looking back at something that already happened, which you can't change because it's past tense. And you're feeling regret, resentment, judgment, self-criticism, and anger towards yourself, right? Or someone else. There's depressive rumination and there's anger rumination. And it never makes you feel good right now. The situation has already happened. So sometimes rumination also makes you kind of create images and beliefs about what you think might be happening when you don't have all the information. So you could tend to get like future focused anxiety. And then you start to think based off of your emotions because you're already emotionally biased. You're triggered by something that happened. You have thoughts about something that happened. Maybe you feel like the situation has not been resolved. And now you're just sitting here in this space, also called your head space, trying to figure out how to get out of this uncomfortable situation. So today I'm going to teach you how to think. So the first thing you want to know is the thoughts that you're telling you right now, is it truthful? Sometimes you can have these beliefs about yourself, like I'm not good enough and nobody appreciates me, nobody loves me, no one notices me, I'm not enough. Like these are core beliefs about yourself. And the core belief is how you see the world, how you feel the world views you, and how you interpret things that are going on around you. And sometimes your beliefs become distorted because you're already emotionally biased, right? You become emotionally biased when you have unresolved issues or thoughts about things without all the information. Or you're not looking at the facts, you're just going off of what you feel. That is called emotional reasoning. Just because you think something is true doesn't mean it's true. So sometimes if you feel like you're becoming more and more anxious and you start to feel this anxiety coming, you don't necessarily have to accept the belief you're telling yourself, not if you don't have all the information, right? For example, you walk into a room and everyone stops talking and look at you. That could create a distortion that they're just talking about me. That's an assumption you just made without having all the information. So this happens all the time, every day, and you're just making assumptions based on what you feel is happening and you don't have all the facts. So the first thing is to ask yourself, is it truthful? Then is it helpful? Even if you're thinking about something that somebody said, even if you're thinking about something that happened at work or happened in a relationship, thinking about it right now. Are you helping the situation? Are you generating solutions? Or is this like an emotional beatdown, right? Are you beating yourself up, making yourself feel worse about a situation you can't even change right now? Sometimes you can create the environment to worry. Sometimes you can create a space where you're escalating your emotions and you're not generating solutions. You're just looking at, I should have did this differently. You should have knew better, or maybe I shouldn't have just let it go, or whatever. It's this emotional beatdown that never helps you feel comfortable or content in the situation you're in. Then when you find yourself ruminating about something, it's like you're focusing on this task. Is it insightful? Like, are you gaining insight? Are you learning? For example, you can look at a situation that has already happened with criticism, self-judgment, resentment, and anger and never learn anything from it. You can also look at that same situation, right? And you can establish your strengths and weaknesses and do more of reflecting, which is gaining feedback in things you did well and looking at correction, not criticism, of things you want to do better. So you take those situations and you gain insight into them. You're not ruminating. You're not creating this negative self-criticizing voice within yourself that makes you feel bad and lowers your self-esteem. Then, is it necessary? What you're trying to solve, is it a problem that's actually going to change anything? Like, are you really trying to solve a problem that's actually a problem right now, right? Are you trying to solve problems that aren't going to be relevant until 10 years from now? So you want to make sure you're staying present, you're grounding yourself in the here and now. So you don't necessarily want to try to stay so future focused that you're disconnecting from the present and you're trying to solve a problem that's not a problem right now, or it already happened. Are you trying to resolve something that happened 10 years ago? So you want to stay more present and you want to ground yourself in the present. And then lastly, are your thoughts kind? Are you being kind to yourself? Are you being kind to the situation? Are you holding in a lot of aggressive and angry emotions? I'm not saying not to feel those emotions, but isolate them so you're solving them and you're dealing with the emotions based on the situation that you're angry about. So you want to be kind to yourself. You know, don't use those self-criticizing voices in your head like you're fat or you're stupid or you're too tall or you just never say the right thing or you're always doing the wrong thing. These are self-defeating thoughts that never make you feel good. So you got to be more kind. So think, represents how you're thinking, your thoughts, and, is it truthful? Is it helpful? Is it insightful? And is it necessary? And is it kind? I'm going to be doing these mental health videos just about different things. I'm going to be talking about activating events, how those automatic thoughts are interpreting these events and how you interpret these situations, what your emotional response is, and your behavioral response. I've got some really exciting things that I want to introduce to you about what a cognitive distortion is, what these behaviors look like. So my next video is going to be on emotional triggers, how to recognize them, and behavioral responses. Have a wonderful day. Stand by. Please visit my website at TeresiaJacksonLMHC.com. I'm going to attach that to this video. And I have a blog that I'm going to be following up on. I've got things that I'm going to be releasing on my Facebook page and my Instagram. You can follow me on the Counselor's Couch, which is my Instagram page. But stand by for a lot of these mental health videos. I'm excited. So my next video coming up is on cognitive distortions and what your behavioral responses will look like. So take care. Bye-bye.